Hello, everybody, again, and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and with me is the dodging, jumping around, crazy ninja.
Kage.
What's going on?
There is a difference between ninjas and crazy people. Ninjas fight for truth and honor. Crazy people fight dinner rolls that look at them wrong.
Well, the thing is, do you fight traitors that do you wrong? That's the thing.
Well, you have to make sure that you have a premium for them, but yes.
Well, we have a decent show planned for you today. Did not talk about, I just wanted to make sure that I had the great news, and if you haven't heard, well, I'm going to go over it because some that are new to the show, because there's several subscribers brought over. This is for all the NSAVages. We're going to talk about NSAV again tonight as the first stock. NSAV is NSAV, NSAV if you're new to the program. Last tick was 0.0219. You are getting this right now at bargain basement prices. There is your chart, your chartaruski to look at it. This guy was up 0.0012, about 5.54% during the market there today. There is some rising news, and there's some very decent things going on with NSAV there, Kage. So going into the year chart, obviously the high was the crypto high there, and you're going to see better things happening to come. If you want to get in on the token and the NFT token exchange and the cryptocurrency DATS exchange, this is your kind of stock. This is some of the stocks we discuss here, we will tell you if they're going to be get you through inflation nation time, and that goes for everybody across the world. Does not just one. All of them are spreading around the dollar-rooskies all over the place, and we know how that goes there. Kage, what's up?
Well, I will say for dollar-rooskies, this is definitely one that's come up again and again and again, and there's definitely something to it if you're just joining in.
Yeah. It's consistent. It's been you saw some of the dip, but that was some of the people getting out, things like that. But no worries, because you can get in on the cheap if you play your cards right. Going into what would you say they do here if you're new? They're an integrated technology company that provides turnkey technological solutions to cryptocurrency. They cover blockchain, digital assets. The firm also ranges from software solutions, e-commerce, advisory services, financial services, information technology. Like I said, they're into NFTs and the cryptocurrency exchange. They are out of Mountain Home, Pennsylvania. So going on to the NSAVage group from NSAV, you can go to Facebook and join the group if you like, or you could go to our group with the link, because sometimes one of the top contributors there, William Morgan, discusses. He's always has the inside information of what's going on with NSAV. One of the first things brought up by Bill Huff on admin, he has hopes the NSAV community will find some use out of this. The nsavage.com, the web browser v1.0, NSavage mobile 1.0 coming soon. Let's go to the link and find out and show you guys. Here's the first part with the GIF. So you could see there what our friend Bill Huff put on there. And then you go there to nsavage.com, and there you have it, and there you see all the contributors on your screen. So get ready. If you're not excited about this, get excited. Going to the news, as far as with this, you have one deal here from Douglas Morgan. He says the amount of options expiring is over 3.3 trillion reported. Underreported is unknown. So that's new there. What do you got from StockTwits? Because that's where the real traders are at. What do you have on that end?
This is a comment from Benz44. He says, NSAV bullish. Totally bullish. This is only the third week of trading. NSAV acquisitions and partnerships will drive share prices higher in the coming months. Stay patient, stay positive, and stay strong.
Okay, that's good. What else you got?
How about this one for Willie the NSAV whale? NSAV, if this could keep AM buying pressure, we could fly. We fizzle out by 10 to 11 a.m. Today, I banged them off the start for over 1.2 million shares, and the loss and the drop. They wanted, then others followed, and we got up. All we need is good buying volume.
Yeah, you do need good buying volume. So everybody that's out there that hasn't looked at this, look at this company. You are not going to see this far down much longer. As far as when the news breaks, and it's going to break over the next year, you're probably going to see this go back to where it was before. I'm not saying I'm calling 17 yet. There's some people are calling $1. That's not that far of a reach, depending on certain circumstances. Especially as we see breakdowns in civilization, we'll call it. I don't know what the President Grass Smoker was doing last night, saying there's no empty shelves. I got pictures all over of empty shelves. What do you got?
Well, let's just say that he lives in a gated community and is still living in his little bubble.
Yeah, well, they just give him whatever on the script, and then he just covers it or whatever. But if you there's going to be a lot of people wondering out there what the heck what the hell happened. You know, I mean, they're already seeing now, but this is a thing. People just sit back and think, well, this will take care of itself. It doesn't take care of itself over time. There, going on. Yeah. What's that?
Yeah, it only degrades with time.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Half-Life or something?
Yeah. So.
Well, let's just say half-life is now a quarter life now.
Yeah, and so with this stock right here, like we talked about yesterday with gold and things like that, this is another stock where you're in that exchange, and you have so many backups that it has. It's going to recover, and you're going to see these news breaks, and with so many things it has going on, you're going to see a lot of changes happening with this, and you're going to be wishing that you were not you got in at a certain buy point here as far as where it's at. So that's all I'm saying to look at that. Also, 11 hours ago, Bill posted, as much promised by the NSAV web-based browser, desktop, laptop only, the cell version will be in the app. Have a look around, and it'll be worth the start. And he has a link there. Let's see what else we got here. What do you have from StockTwits? Because that's where the real traders are at. What's as far as the sentiment with receipts, or do you just have excitement, or what do they got going on?
I didn't really see a lot of receipts from buyers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking through and I'm just seeing positivity, some news, blockchains here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Just everyone's celebrating or something.
Okay, so do you have any negative?
There's a couple of people who are commenting again and again, but
okay.
I'm trying to find those ones where they actually have the receipts.
Okay, well, I have something with the receipts while you're researching there, and then we'll cover the bears that are in there, because we always like to cover the Sour Patches all the time. Interesting enough, I have a plug from Global Newswire. Now, William did share that as well. He had this in there with the MNC logo. NSAV to acquire significant minority in BQEX crypto exchange, over 4 million registered users. Guys, that is freaking huge, okay? And yeah, I might be a shareholder and things like that, but I'm not trying to prop up the price here. I'm just telling you the value that's here. That's all I'm doing. I'm just telling you value. I will tell you value on everything. Even on stocks that I don't own or Kage doesn't own, we will tell you where there's value to be had. I will straight shoot you all the time. We're not paid shills here. Looks like Net Savings Link is a cryptocurrency blockchain digital asset company, yada, 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 yada. It says the cryptocurrency company will acquire 10% stake in the exchange of BQEX Ltd. The exchange has 4 million registered users and owned and operated by Metaverse Network LLC. MNC anticipates going public in New York Q1 2022. So I'm thinking, Kagi, when you see that news break, you're going to see that slight uptick like we're talking. So some of you that slept out and couldn't get in the 7, the 10, the 20, 100,000, 200,000 shares, you possibly got left out in the cold. So I would start looking. I've been pounding this one for a while because it's one of the cheaper ones. You've seen Kage, some of the ones we've covered with the exchange desk. They're at $2. There's some of those companies out there that are at $2 or $3 already. So that's the thing, is that one day you're going to see this as they get their ducks in a row and more things change, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think once they get all their people and resources organized, then absolutely we're going to see gains in this one.
I think some of your cash out during Christmas time, I think that was just based on just cashing up for the holidays and everything like that. Got to close out everything, get your freaking lock in your totals, whatever you have. But I see more things happening here. What do you got as far as negativity? What negativity do you have on this?
Not that I can see. I might have glossed over some negativity from bears, but I think a lot of them were just, butthurt that they didn't get in on the cheap, and they missed a golden opportunity, I think.
Yeah, don't, and guys, even if you did get, you'll just hold the line and just make sure if you are stuck in the bag to get what's right, and just stick with us here. Just bear with us, okay? W.Y. Chung, CEO of MNC, stated that they're excited of working with the management team of NSAV. They're impressed with the advanced technical ability of the NSAV. They're very blockchain savvy, and vision has always enlightened them. The interim CEO and senior vice president of cryptocurrency operations for NSAV, Silver Bear Capital Partners, stated, "This is a major move in accelerating the strategy of NSAV and building the global community to accelerate the ecosystem." Hey, Kage, you got something decent that you got from the twits there. What do you got there?
This comment is from Boom Boom Room.
Whoa, Boom Shake the Room, huh?
For NSAV. He says, crypto/blockchain technologies pose a dire threat to the status quo. That alone should tell you how massive this is going to be. And it's also got a little link to a thing that says, the outright prohibition of cryptocurrencies mainly happened around 2017 and 2018, coinciding with Bitcoin's BTC bull run, as central banks and governments noticed the surge in interest in cryptocurrencies. Ignoring this growing market was no longer an option.
See, and what's happening, what you're seeing in China that some of you don't know about, what they're doing is they are clamping down on that blockchain, and they want them to have their own cryptocurrency, to have so they can have that social credit score and to control that. That's why they ramp that down, because it's all about that control with everything tied to that currency. Now, the problem with that is that you have so many other groups out there that are doing so many other things that I just don't think all the governments can do the best they want, and there's just going to be so many other ways that people are going to go around this thing. That's the thing, is if you try to take things away, somebody's going to go and do something else. So they will use China as the model to try to crush everything else, but I see going forward that this is going to be, you're going to see other things develop. Even this thing's too huge. Okay, it's too huge for them to control. But we'll see what happens and how it plays out. I just see things spinning off and more things spinning off. I just see keep it going, and you're sticking it to the man, So if anybody wants to know a little bit about BQEX, they're the best exchange quality. There is what it is. There, it's a centralized crypto exchange that was established in 2017. BQEX is over 4 million registered users globally and has 50 cryptocurrencies. You heard it first, 50 cryptocurrencies. BQEX is also inbuilt multifunction ETF windows that supports project developers in order to provide them the best investment for their users. So we're going to see how this plays out, Kage. I'm thinking that going forward, you're going to see a lot of movement, and I just think people have to be patient, hold the line. If some of you guys got in at the 7 and 8 and 9 cents and you're stuck, just freaking hold the line. You got to be patient with this stuff. You're already there. Why bounce out now and give someone the cheap shares? You know what I'm saying? You're just giving away extra lottery tickets to everybody else. Wouldn't you say there, Kage?
Yeah, it's like throwing money away.
Yeah, if you've already paid in, to the investment. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my pen there. But if you're already there, don't walk away and get out. You might as well just quit the market completely if you're just going to get out. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you only do that if you know like there's going to be a reverse split, things like that, and deals like that. So what do you have on your front? And do you think this whole incursion with Russia, Ukraine, what do you think about that as far as, and the Kazakhstan situation, Kage? Do you think that's going to have any play in this at all?
the Russian-Ukraine incident. Well, Ukraine has always been the small yippy chihuahua in front of
that whole area right there.
That's ready to eat it. But
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
that whole area there is a crypto area. That's the thing between there, Kazakhstan, and everywhere right there. So that's going to be key to see how that plays out in itself right there between the natural gas and all that. I'll just tell you this, like as far as if there's something that goes down with that, natural gas is going to go through the roof in the next coming year coming around. If there's deals like that going around, I mean, it already is going to. You could see, depending on if we get another February, we're already getting a hit in the east. But as far as with the natural gas part, if you get that February spell like we had last February, you could see. Remember we talked about guys with natural gas stocks. Was I wrong on that, Kage? I don't think so. I think I said it pretty clear about natural gas. I've been telling that since the summertime though. So your other deal, you're seeing 88 Energy. That one's been popping. We haven't talked about it because I don't want to talk about it over and over again. But that if you think gas prices are going down in the summertime, I've got some land to sell you. I got some oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you right there. So because you better start looking at all types of oil stocks too, because that and I've also seen. Well, we're going off on certain areas. We can go talk. It's for another shows, but sticking with this this stock for me, Kage, is definitely above the watch, and I will say right out now, I am a shareholder, but I will say you cannot keep your eyes off of NSAV. I'll just put it that way. What do you got? And this is Kage's.
Like,
now you're
almost like telling people, get into this, please. Why are you waiting?
Yeah, well, like so you're not a shareholder yourself. So what would you say as a non-biased person, because you're not a shareholder? What would you say to people? Because this is not a biased show, like I told you. So what would you say as a non-biased person about this? What you've observed covering NSAV for probably the last 4 months?
Just get into it and find your buy point and
just research it. If you're scared about it, just research it. Figure out and whatever makes you feel comfortable, right?
Yeah.
So just do your due diligence.
Yeah, do your research, do diligence, and look what people are saying and doing. And if there's a whole lot of people that are saying this is good, this is good, this is good, it might be a little bit too good to be true. But then again, you may want to take a look.
2 people, 1 show, 2 opinions. Sometimes 3, sometimes 4. We'll try to work that out. But we're out on this one, and we're going to the next.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, guys, the next stock we have is APM. APM, last tick was $1.58. Going on the Chartaruski here, as you can see. This one looks pretty consistent, Kage, from a biopharmaceutical standpoint. It does have hype, obviously, in March, and then you have a little bit of a downturn, and then you just have a huge drop-off, and then right now, it's you got this thing at discount price. What do you have on your end as far as sentiment? Excuse me.
I have seen a lot of bulls for this stock. Like this comment right here from Vertical, we always like his comments because he always provides his receipts. He says, APM bullish, ran pre-market already and held up the whole day in a tight range. One to watch for continuation the next days. Ran plus 26.2% since first alert. And he's got a little receipt in the chart.
Interesting.
Comments.
I have here that going into the description of what would you say they do here. They're a pharmaceutical company which engages in the discovery, development, and commercialization of therapeutic assets to treat diseases with unmet medical needs. It operates through therapeutics and non-therapeutic segments. The therapeutic segment develops drug molecules and certain technologies for the treatment and diagnosis of human disease conditions. One of the diseases they treat, guys, is one that affects many children, which eventually leads to kids' lifespan of like 5 years is how they last after they're diagnosed, usually with if they catch it in time. if they can break through with, and we'll try to get through that as we go through. But as they go through and hit these stages, if they can get to those stages in the gradual phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 until approval, you could ride the wave for this. So you're at this point right now. These types of stocks have all types of opportunity, and technically, Kage, you're avoiding we'll call it the Biden stagflation. Can we call that now?
I guess so.
I would say you have to. I mean, as long as the printing press, I'm just waiting for the next printing press to go off. As far as some people say, well, you can't talk about. I love it how some people on some comment boards like, oh, here we go with the politics again. Politics and stocks are tied in. If you can't talk about that, you might as well just not talk about stocks at all because it affects everything. I'm trying to save you dough right here, and so that's why we're talking about some of these, so you can avoid some of the loss, because we're in an overbought market, whether you like it or not, or whether you want to believe it, whether you want to believe what?
Yeah, basically policy affects prices, and prices
better get used to
profit.
It. Yeah, what the boob tube said. It's all bought and paid for corporate media telling you all the time and giving you the answers. Whatever the corporate lapdogs say to do, that's what the people tell you to do, and that's how the Army of Apes developed. They got sick of listening to Alphabet America there, because they're just going to do what the paid shills tell the Pied Piper tells them what to do there. The therapeutic segment seeks the development of the drug molecules and certain technologies and the treatment of diagnosis of human disease conditions. The non-therapeutic segment encompasses on diagnostics and projects for novel molecular-based rapid pathogen identification for AML clinic and the sale of natural supplements. So that's huge in itself right there with natural supplements there. You can't go wrong with companies like that. The pipeline includes Smart Act Articuli, RPDD, Nativis, and Clevis series. The company was founded by Ian Hoon on September 13, 2010, and is headquartered in London, United Kingdom. Okay, so what do you got from sentiment from the real traders on the twits?
I saw a couple of bears sprinkled in this, but it's mostly bulls for this one.
Okay.
This comment from JTate600 says bullish.
Okay.
APM. People throwing in the towels on most stocks. I have lost count on how many days the market's been red. This one is a keeper.
Yeah.
80% of stocks follow the markets on a daily basis. The market headed significantly lower in the last hour, and this stock didn't.
Guys, it's only going to get worse before it gets better. And if some of you, other people, have not seen this show, spread the word to them. I brought my receipts. I went back months and months and months. You can go back months and months where I was telling you this was coming. So with this one, you can ride the wave and you can still make money in this market. You just got to be safe. There is money to be made. This is one of those stocks that you can make money in. So that is not a hot take from him. He is telling the absolute truth. What else you got there?
Some have comments about the company itself and what they do. And,
yeah, just go entertain the listeners. They want to hear. They want to know about what they do, because some people don't know what they do. You know, as far as go into it, and I'll try to go in a little more as well. I'm trying to find those studies I was talking about there.
All right, this is a comment from Bee Farm Catalyst. Catalyst snapshot from January 20th, 2022. Apollo Rim Group Limited, Nasdaq symbol APM, plus 93%, 1.69. Announced that the FDA granted orphan drug designation to SACT1 to treat neuroblastoma. Apatorum plans to file an investigational new drug application, IND, to commence a phase 1B/2A clinical trial for SACT1 in 2022. That was on
the plug there was on Yahoo. It looks like the SACT1 mechanism has been investigated in their preclinical studies to enhance tumor cell death and suppress MYCN expression of common clinical diagnosis for high-risk or relapsed neuroblastoma patients with an amplification of MYCN. It is observed that SACT1 is designed especially with combination with standard care of chemotherapy. So neuroblastoma is one of the most prevailing solid tumors in children. Like I was saying before, once they're diagnosed with that, it's, I believe, the CEO or one of the guys in charge of the company. I was listening to some of his podcasts he was saying, but most of the time it's fatal. So they're trying to help out with that, and like I said in other shows, you are investing in these companies, but you're also helping with scientific research to help out the pediatric population that's suffering. So that's huge in itself. It looks like it says for the high risk patient group, the 5-year survival rate for this condition is 40 to 50% observed based on the American Cancer Society. So you have that as well. What else do you have?
This one is from, let's see, LQB0027 APM. Hold, and after hours buy by 10,000% margin. Mm-hmm. We are going to force these bears to cover during these after-hour buy mm-hmm. and hold. Use margin power and watch them burn, and we will off to double digits.
Mm-hmm. And the guys, they just ignore the bears or whatever. They could say whatever they want on this. This stock is simply too cheap where it's at. Okay, it's only got better things to come for it. I believe I can't find it anywhere on here, but you can go to the YouTube. Don't quote me for this. It's not all word for word. They are working on a type of treatment as well for a type of antibacterial, some type of antibacterial there's some type of streptococcal bacterial infection, and they're working for a treatment for that as well. So that's not listed on there. You can actually go to the website and see their pipeline. I believe they have like 5 or 6, don't quote me if I'm wrong there, as far as things in the hopper there, as far as studies in the pipeline. So as those studies go forward, you could ride those news waves month after month after month after month. That's if you're in the short game. Or you could just buy wherever your buy point is, hold long term, and see if this goes up to $20. You know, it's possible. Anything's possible. It could go to 50, 40, 60, or it could just stay the same. I don't know. So go look at Noravax where it was before the pandemic, and then get back with me. So, you know, talking from someone that was into that one as well. What else do you got there?
This is an interesting take from YGOLD. YGLD. He says, becoming a successful trader is similar to becoming a Shaolin monk. It's not just what you do, it's literally an entire way of life. If you're not willing to get rid of the old you can forget about coming the new you. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point there. So the bears that are on there, you did say you saw bears. Did they bring receipts, or is this bag holder bear, or is this straight up troll bear, or is it just?
I think it's just straight up troll bear.
Yeah, that's the thing is when they troll, I have noticed on the twits there, a lot of them don't bring receipts. Some do, not all, but some don't bring receipts, and it's just like pretty much I don't know why people get riled up about it. I just ignore them. That's what I would do, because a lot of them don't have an argument, and yeah. So.
Yeah.
So on this one, I would say this is an extreme watch for me. I think it's simply too cheap where it's at, and I think you definitely should put it on your watch list as far as my opinion. I see good things happening, and like I said, you're investing for the future of some of these kids that don't have a shot. You know, so give them some hope and throw some dough. If you got any extra coin around, if you're not, you know, if you don't have money to gamble, then do some paper trading and play with it paper-wise and see what you get there, and do a fake account. Just do one where you're just practicing your trading and see how you do that way. What do you got on your end? How do you feel about this one?
I would say this is a noble cause to get behind.
Mm-hmm.
There's growth here for other treatments, mm-hmm. and new sentiment for giving kids hope. I think it's a worthwhile righteous cause that I get behind. Definitely a watch from a profiting perspective. I mean, if you want to say that. But
okay.
I mean, if you're looking to do money specifically for this is not a bad way to go about it.
Okay.
If you want to make money off of this, it's not a bad way to go about it.
Okay, so would you put this just like, would you say regular watch, or you say highly watch it, or just like whatever, just check it out?
I would say high watch for this one.
Okay. All right.
I would say high watch.
Okay, I'm done with this one, and we're going to go to the next. Peace. Okay, guys, the next one we have is DATS, D-A-T-S. D-A-T-S. Last tick on this one was $3.14. Kage, going on to the chart here, we've covered this like twice. We're going this December and November here. I'm going to show for the listeners up on there. This thing was up to close to $15, and then it died out. That was in September, November 21, and then you saw a drop off. Okay, that was the scareware of you got blockchain's dead. This is done. This is done. Everybody just got out for party for Christmas and everything like that. Whoever was in on the 15, this thing's at 314 right now, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It is currently trending right now. We did see some movement here today. Going into what would you say they do here? They operate in a communications software company. DAT Chat Messenger, private social network, as a mobile application, gives users the ability to communicate privacy protection. The company's DAT Chat application allows users to exercise control over their messages, so you have control, even when they are sent. The users can delete messages that they have sent on their own devices and the recipient's device as well. The chat application enables users to hide secret and encrypted messages behind a cover, and the messages can be unlocked so the recipient, which automatically can be destroyed a fixed number of views and a fixed amount of time. So there you have it with them. They're headquartered in the People's Republic of New Brunswick, New Jersey. Old Philly Murphy there, your favorite friend, just kidding, that he's over there with that place, and that's an interesting spot there. What do you got from StockTwits, because that's where the real traders are at? What do you got there?
I'm seeing bulls for this one.
Okay.
This is a comment from the Penny Trader. He says, bullish, DATS. This is the current play for me. Bagging, but loaded. New short sellers are going to get brutalized / shorts that sold the double top will continue to cover.
Mm-hmm.
This will go to 5 or 6 in a snap. If it sees 7 or 8, I will then proceed to short sell it and ride this girl back to about $4. Then I am a go long ago. The 50-day MA acted as resistance today. Mark this post, and he's got a little graph of what he was seeing and how
maybe you should take a screen. Maybe you should take a screenshot of that, because I'm pretty sure he knows what he's talking about there. And yeah, he's brought his receipts. Just make sure everybody's backed him up. So going on to the website, it looks pretty decent. It should look decent. It's been up there and it's made its dough. DAT Chat is a blockchain, cybersecurity, and social media company. They believe in the individual's right to privacy. Going on to some of the projects that you can pre-register, they have a registration on there to host a DAT Chat blockchain node. So this way you could stay up to date with what they have going on. They have the private encrypted social media network on here. You also have, they have some decent advertising on here too. It looks like they've got some plugs on there from Forbes, Raging Bull, Digital Journal, PR Newswire, Mobile D World. Let's see, Tech Bullion. They're developing an innovative, complete privacy platform powered by decentralized global messaging and digital rights management blockchain. Their email messaging is one of the 2 most widely and oldest applications. They're both in desperate need of an overhaul, and people are concerned with privacy concerns. You have the ability to nuke a conversation, the encryption, the messaging rights platform, the screenshot protection, and the DAT Chat Messenger is available on the App Store and Google Play as well. Some of the unique features they have: anti-screenshot, nuke self-destruct, hide in plain sight, without a trace, privacy, powerful privacy, and fast and safe and easy as far as intuitive interface. Going on to what would you say more of the sentiment is of the real traders there on the twits?
Mostly positive from what I can see. Not a lot of bears with receipts.
Okay.
This is a comment from Team Bullish Trading. He says, Team Bullish alerts 1 of 2. DATS. Alert entry $3.58. Closed $4.08. Realized gain plus 625. Text buy alert sent on the open bell dip. Set an intraday stop of $3.94 was never hit.
Mm-hmm.
Closed full position in the afternoon. Team banked.
Yeah, banked because there was a break. Looks like this comes from Global Newswire, a good old Global Newswire there. They have that they acquired Avila Security Corporation, so there's an acquisition there right here. It says they're evaluating the company to secure 4 issued patents to 2 pending applications subject to customary closing conditions. A transaction in terms of $1 million cash, the greater of 739,650 shares of restricted common stock of 2.5 million of restricted common stock of DatChat based on previous 30-day closings at pre-share price. If completed, the transaction will expand DatChat's intellectual property assets to include blockchain-based digital rights management and object sharing technology, including encrypted web RTC real-time video, audio streaming communications. The proposed acquisition follows the appointment of Mark Mathis of Chief Blockchain Architect, demonstrating continued investment towards the implementation of commercially operating blockchain technology and messaging. So there you have it on that. So that's some of your breaking news right there. So that sent that through the wire. Now, as that develops overall, because they're going to have users will be able on this after this to easily license and manage the NFT audio and video content, document subscriptions, messaging. Going forward with that, as you see news break throughout the year, you might be back to $15 again. That's not that far of a reach there, Kage.
Yeah, this is definitely profitable from what I can see.
What do you have? Do you have any bears at all? Let's just first say, do we have any bears on the deal here? Do we have anybody that brought receipts or any just bear sour patches?
Bear sour patches mostly.
And that, guys, when you see some of these bears right here, the reason why they're doing that is because they got caught in on the 15. If you got caught on the 15 and you're pissed, it is what it is. You should have just now you have to hold, unfortunately, unless you're going to get out and be might as well lose your dough, because it's not saying this isn't coming back. If there's significant news and breakthroughs of more deals they're doing with NFTs and blockchain and things like that, you're gonna get your dough recovered. You just got to be patient, because all you're doing is giving your money away to someone that's getting your stock for cheap. That's all you're doing every time. And I'm not trying to be a hothead or run the flagpole up or nothing. I'm just telling you, you're just giving cheap seats to somebody else. So what do you have as far as sentiment for people that has brought the receipts?
Mostly that they're pleased with their investment and they got it back and then some.
No, nothing.
Just the sentiment that I'm seeing overall with this stock is that the bulls are drowning out all the bears for this one, and basically, if more people are saying good things than people who are saying bad things, and the bad ones don't have receipts, then you know it's something good.
And I think we've covered 3 that are decent today, that as far as that are going to carry you over. There are 3 to look at throughout the year. Obviously on this one's a decent one. I'm going to call this a highly watched one, just because it's got all the makings of something beautiful to happen there. So I'll just leave my take at that. But I will say that the 3 that we covered today, they're going to be good going forward, especially compared to some of your other ones, which you're going to keep on seeing some losses. And the main thing is, out there, people just don't have to not give up. I mean, if you're already stuck, you might as well. If you give away cheap seats, there's going to be tons of people out there that are going to be loving you and just picking up your cheap crap all day long, and they're going to be laughing all the way to the bank. So, what do you got on your end on this one?
Yeah, definite watch. If you want to get in, probably now would be good. If you want to wait and see if it'll get cheaper eventually, you can do that, but don't wait too long.
Okay. And would you say that you went today teleprompter free or no?
No teleprompter for me, man.
I haven't had a teleprompter since I did this show.
No rehearsal, no script in front of me.
Nothing. Nope. Well, that's good. So, don't make it a dog show.
Good night.
Good night now!